Hey, everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 278. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Follow me at the SkyLounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcasts, and also check out the SkyLounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And without any further ado, let's get shit started with episode number 278, Wicked Waning Weekend of Sports Wayfarer updates, rambles, and hopes. We start off with some baseball talks. As boys and girls, there are 16 teams that do have some semblance of hope right now. Because, yes, playoff baseball is officially here. AL Wildcard Series will begin today, September 29th, and NL Wildcard Series will start on September 30th. Will end October 1st and October 2nd, respectively, and if necessary, because these Wildcard Series games, they are a best of three for both AL and NL Wildcard Series. So very interesting stuff we got going right now. Baseball, obviously, with the 60-game regular season, had to make it upon themselves to switch up the playoffs a little bit. So you have this NBA style 1 seed versus 8 seed, 2 seed versus 7 seed, yada, 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 yada. And so it's going to be very curious to see how these teams trickle down and what matchup we're going to get in the World Series. So without any further ado, boys and girls, let's take a little bit of stab and some guesses at what we can get from these wildcard series. And mind you, boys and girls, let me preface this real quick. I am a fucking filthy casual when it comes to baseball. So do not take these opinions seriously. For real. Like, why the fuck would you listen to me involving baseball teams? Come on, man. And even general sports team, why would you listen? Make your own fucking opinion, you goddamn dipshit. But hey, here we go with the 1 seed of the AL in the Tampa Bay Rays, and also the winners of the AL East will be taking on the 8th seed in the Toronto Blue Jays. Shout out to my boy Hyunjin Ryu of the Toronto Blue Jays. But I think the Rays will go ahead and take care of the Jays in 2 games. I don't know what it is. Maybe the Blue Jays just kind of barely made it in there. Maybe that's the fact, or the Rays have been just a dominant fucking team throughout the regular season. I don't know, take your fucking pick, but I'm taking the Rays to win that series in 2. Now, you have the 4th seeded Cleveland Indians taking on the 5th seed New York Yankees. Yeah. And you know what? I'm taking the goddamn Indians. Ah, yeah. Shane Bieber. Going with the Biebs. And I know they have other fucking roster characters in there, but I like me some Shane Bieber. Man's a beast pitcher, so kudos to him. And fuck the Yankees. Like, come on, man. Wearing the LA hat. Fuck the Yankees. Like, what the fuck? I'm not going to fucking praise them or want them to win. But more than likely what's going to happen is Yankees in 3. Because that's just how the shit works, right? But I'm going to say the Indians in 3 in this series, and hopefully you motherfuckers do win that shit. But hey, let's move on into the next series between the Minnesota Twins, winners of the AL Central and the 3 seed, taking on the 6 seed in the Houston Asterisks. Oh boy, how the mighty have fallen, you fucking pieces of shit. You get caught cheating, they take away your superpowers and cheating, and then you are just scum and shit all throughout the regular season. Isn't that nice? Now, the Twins, again, shout out to my boys, Kenta Maeda and Rich Hill. But the Twins are going to get it done. I think in 2 games. Twins have been pretty damn solid all throughout the season. And winning the AL Central, pretty substantial. Pretty substantial for them. And I think the Houston Asterisks are no bueno. Midget Man Altuve. You got bitch boy Bregman, cunt Correa. I mean, you name it, man. These fucking cavalcade of clowns are just going to fucking sit there and wallow about, oh, I wish this was 2017 when we could cheat again. Yeah, go fuck yourself in your fat fucking asses, you assholes. Kill yourselves. Die. That's mean. Well, it's a Houston Astros. I have no fucking empathy or sympathy for them. They can go kill themselves. Bye-bye. But Let's move on to the next series before the shit gets any darker. Holy fuck. All right, so we got the second seed in the Oakland Athletics and the winners of the AL West taking on the Chicago White Sox. You know what? I got a weird feeling the Oakland A's will get this shit done in 3. The Chicago White Sox have been pretty damn good over this regular season, but something about this shit just kind of doesn't feel right. And I think the A's have been more of a consistent form of a team than the Chicago White Sox. So I'll take the A's in this regard. But let's move on into the NL Wildcard Series, where I'll talk about the Dodgers in a bit, but let's preview the other series first, okay? So you got the 4th seed in the San Diego Padres taking on the 5th seed in the St. Louis Cardinals. I think the Padres are going to win it in 3. As much as I've been writing shit on the Padres, man, they've been looking really good. And hopefully I can see a San Diego and LA matchup and San Diegans just getting heartbroken. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be nice? But yeah, in this wildcard series, I have the San Diego Padres winning the series against the St. Louis Cardinals in 3. So let's move on into the next series where the 3rd seeded Chicago Cubs, winners of the NL Central, will be taking on the 6th seed Miami Marlins. And motherfucker, guess what? I'm going Marlins in 2. Because something with the Marlins just being in the playoffs just feels like such a meme moment. And it feels as though not a lot of teams will be able to handle the meme magic that is the Miami Marlins. And hell yeah, I think the Miami Marlins win this fucking series in 2. Book that shit right now. I'm saying it right now. And I don't give a fuck what the motherfuckers think, because the Marlins are, oh god, they're probably going to knock out the Dodgers and win the fucking World Series, aren't they? Oh, my god. Fuck 2020. Holy shit. But hey, more consistent thing here in 2020. We got the 2nd seed in the NL, in the Atlanta Braves, winning the NL East, taking on the 7th seeded Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, I got the Braves winning this series in 3. Now, maybe the Reds pull off some crazy magical voodoo shit, but yeah, I see the Braves just coming out of this with a win. But let's talk about the Dodgers. Your Los Angeles Dodgers, with the best record in the regular season, with 42 wins in a 60-game season. And winners of the NL West, 8 consecutive division titles. They will be taking on the lowly 8th seed Milwaukee Brewers. Now, do I think the Dodgers will win? I think it, but do I know it? I have no fucking idea. That's the honest truth with this Dodgers team, man. As great as they are, I have no fucking idea what the hell's going to happen in the postseason. I don't. I said this throughout the whole entirety of the season. I said, listen, all this regular season shit winning is nice, but when you get down to the fucking playoffs, show me what you got. And this best of 3 thing against the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm nervous, man. I am absolutely nervous. I think there is a game or two where the Dodgers are going to look really shaky and they're going to probably lose one fucking game. And I have the Dodgers winning this series in 3, but in a very shaky manner where you're going to question Dave Roberts again, who, for the love of God, cannot just fucking manage a goddamn bullpen to save his fucking life. But you're hoping, as a Dodgers fan, that the pitching doesn't shit the bed and the hitting core can actually fucking hit something when it's clutch time, which doesn't really seem to happen unless your name is Will Smith. But there's a lot of hopes here as a Dodgers fan. There's a lot of unnecessary hope here as a Dodgers fan. Because you know what, man? Like, shortened season, I get it. The validity of the season is kind of questionable and up in the air. Strange playoff format that's copying the woke league of Chinese basketball. Again, weird. But as a Dodgers fan, I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't care how weird this year has been. I don't care how funky this fucking playoff format is. I just want the fucking Dodgers to win one World Series. Just one in my lifetime. Wouldn't that be something? They haven't won the fucking World Series since 1988. And until 2017, they didn't fucking get back to World Series until then. And then you go back to back and just get your fucking heart ripped out and stomped on. And all I can tell you right now is I have set my expectations high but low. And what do I mean by that is I would love to see this team win the World Series. But simultaneously, I know the the ugly truth about the Dodgers is that they have choke genetics. And I hate admitting that, but they fucking got that shit in stride, man. And all I can hope is that this is the weird fucking year that the Dodgers choking just kind of goes away and everything goes right. And they could win a fucking World Series. Just one World Series! Just one! Just give me one! Just one! I don't need anything else! Just give me one! Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Dave? Kirsch? Billy? JT? Kike! I love you, Mookie. You 12-year man. We have to love you at this point. But, dude, you know what a World Series can do to this organization? You know what a World Series can do to these individual players in the Dodgers organization? Do you understand, as fans? Like, as spoiled as this sounds, we have been waiting for this shit for years, for decades. So fucking close. Every fucking step of the way, we're so fucking close. We never get there. But hey, I'm hoping this is the year. I'm hoping this is the fucking year. I really am hoping this is the fucking year, kids. Because your boy's gonna lose his fucking mind if somehow the Lakers are in the fucking finals right now. They win the goddamn finals, but the Dodgers don't get anywhere near that. I would lose my fucking mind. I love my Lakers, and if they win, it'd be amazing. And the fact that they're in the finals, it's amazing already in itself. But dude, the Dodgers, man, the fucking Dodgers, bro. Just one, just one. Just give me one World Series win. That's all I ask of you. That's it. Well, if you can't do that, I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm going to say after. If the Dodgers can't. I mean, hell, if they can't get to the NLCS, I'm going to just Control-Alt-Delete this season. Just forget it ever happened. But, yeah, as a Dodgers fan, this is our lot in life. This is our lot in life. We just have to hope and really just be an eternal optimist, because there's no other fucking healthy way to watch this goddamn team. There's not. But hey, hopefully the Dodgers do well starting tomorrow in the NL Wildcard Series against the Milwaukee Brewers. And hey, playoff baseball should be a great time for everybody. So let's hop to it, boys and girls. Let's hop to it. Now, bit of news coming out from the Major League of Baseball. The San Francisco Giants' Hunter Pence retires just to see the Giants lose out in the playoff spot on the very final day. Wah, wah. Yeah, I know. Bit of a dick move, but hey. Kudos to you, Hunter Pence, 4-time All-Star, 2 World Series, and 14-year veteran in the league. With the Giants, so bye. Such a dick. Hey, we keep this shit going, bitch. But who's not going to keep it going is the Boston Red Sox skipper, Ron Roenick. Is that how you say your fucking name? Roenick with the Roenikke. I want to say like Roenick because of the fucking E's. I'm fucking stupid. But hey, the Red Sox were shit. Because, no shit. You get rid of your best player, everything just kind of falls apart. So sacking the skipper just kind of seems like a redundant point, but there you go, Red Sox fans. That's the reality you get to live in. But you got 4 World Series in 2 decades, so what the fuck are you going to really complain about? But if you're an Angels fan, you do have a couple of things to complain about. Yes, you do have that 1 World Series to just cling on to forever, as your organization is just flummoxed yet again this season. And the Anaheim Angels go ahead and fire GM Billy Epler. 5 straight losing seasons, and Mike Trout not being in the playoffs for 6 consecutive seasons. That is a huge indictment on this organization. Like, I don't really know what to say about the Anaheim Angels other than you have Shohei Ohtani. You have Rendon. You have Mike Trout. What the fuck is stopping this organization? Oh, wait, pitching. And you fucked that trade up with the goddamn Dodgers where we could have sent you Ross Stripling. Your fucking sorry ass owner got all impatient. So I'll tell you this again. You're not LA. You're fucking Anaheim. At least you're not the fucking Clippers, but you're the goddamn Anaheim Angels. Know your fucking place. All right? And I know the Dodgers have had that drought. All right? Going 32 years strong, but no one gives a shit about the Angels. Not in LA. That's Anaheim. Fuck that. All right? So there you go, kids. Some baseball salt with your filthy casual talking about it. But listen, I'm a diehard fucking Dodgers fan, man. I'm also a diehard fucking Lakers fan. And that culture of being a fan has been ingratiated with me since I came to this country back in 1998. And when you live in LA for 6 years, from forming years of, when you're 6 to 12, you glom onto that shit. So the Dodgers being in the playoffs, fantastic. I always fucking love it. But a bit of a nice thing has happened in the woke league of Chinese basketball. Yes, a league that I shit on a lot. Of course, I do. Because the wokeness is something that you can't really gloss over, nor should you really ignore because of the sheer stupidity and invalidity of it. But within the woke league of Chinese basketball, shit got me excited because, ladies and gentlemen, in the Western Conference Final, the LA Lakers beat the Denver Nuggets 4-1, and your LA Lakers are headed back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2010. We gotta do it for Kobe, man. We gotta do it for Kobe. There's nothing else we need to say. Job's not finished. Ring 17 is on the line, and job's not finished. We got to keep going. And we can't overlook the champions of the East in the Miami Heat, where they finished off the series in 6 against the Boston Celtics. And hey, congratulations to Miami Heat, man. First finals appearance since 2014. And man, this Heat team is low-key super dangerous. I won't even say low-key anymore. They are an extremely dangerous squad. And if you're one of those filthy casual Lakers fans who think we're going to sweep the fucking Heat, and we're going to beat them no problem, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. Because this Miami Heat team will probably steal a game or two, most likely. Because when you have arguably one of the best head coaches in the league, when you have a clutch player like Jimmy Buckets, when you have great role players like Duncan Robinson, when you have a dominant center like Bam Adebayo, when you got an automatic fucking shooting machine like Tyler Hero, and also a been there, done that veteran in Andre Iguodala, you can't take that fucking team lightly. I don't know how many fucking times I gotta talk to Lakers fans and say, hey, relax, we're not gonna fucking steamroll these guys. These guys are winners of the East. They have been through the toughest competitions in the East. Now, comparatively, the West is also very difficult. But the Miami Heat have gone through some real tough shit. I mean, think about this, man. They went through the Indiana Pacers, who are honestly a pretty damn decent team, although the core of that squad is being dismantled. Then you have the Milwaukee Bucks, who were second or favorites to win it all. Miami basically take care of them in a sweep. Yeah, they get that one win with Chris Middleton just playing out of his mind, but that shit was basically a sweep. And the Eastern Conference Final, Miami Heat show up against the fucking Boston Celtics, who, by all accounts, was supposed to be better than them. But here they are, Miami Heat just looking really fucking scary, man. And as a Lakers fan, I don't take this team lightly. It's the same thing with the Denver Nuggets. I don't take our fucking enemies lightly unless you are just a memeable, trash-ass team like the Rockets, like the Portland Trailblazers. But much like the Nuggets, I am giving my due respect to the Heat because this squad is fucking dangerous. Although, Sorry, boys and girls, I fucked up. My goddamn. Choking. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Might have been some saliva. Gross, I know. But it was a bit of an awkward pause. But hey, man. The awkwardness for me comes in the fact that I bought into this fool's gold of a Boston Celtics team. Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan. I hate the Boston Celtics, but I rate talent and good squads for what they are. And I thought the Boston Celtics was a good squad. Yet, no. Kind of like this whole saliva situation. The Boston Celtics choked this fucking Eastern Conference Final Series. Like, there is no getting around that shit. You blew multiple double-digit leads in this series. You had games. You had games in your hand, and you fucking blew it. Oh my God, Brad Stevens. I don't know why the fuck I thought you were a good coach. You are so fucking overrated, bro. It's insane. Jason Tatum, obviously, face of the franchise for the Boston Celtics. But when you look at guys like Gordon Hayward, Kemba Walker, you're thinking, couldn't you do more? I know Gordon Hayward has the whole injury history, but good Lord, bro. That Celtics team was kind of a disaster. But that's what you get in the NBA Finals, man. You get the best teams on both conferences. And here we are. NBA Finals between the Miami Heat, the best in the East, and the LA Lakers, the best in the West. And the question everyone has in their mind is, who's going to win? Who's going to win it all? I got the Lakers in 6. And hear me out when I say this. I think the Lakers win the first 2 games. Game 3, they slip up a little bit, and Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and the brains of Eric Spoelstra steals a game from Frank Vogel. And I would say 4, the Lakers win. 5, close game where the Miami Heat is just going to scraw and clutch and just fucking destroy the Lakers within every sense of effort. And yeah, I think game 6, the Lakers win. Probably 7 points. But dude, I'll tell you some crazy shit. The way the scheduling for the NBA Finals has come out, game 6 is a day after my birthday. And that game 6 is if necessary. So as a Lakers fan, what I'm truly hoping, and also as a Dodgers fan, which is funny because I'll tie this in all together. If the Lakers somehow win the NBA championship sometime between game 5 and 6, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. And that is the best fucking birthday present you can ever give me. And if I'm not mistaken, the NLCS takes place on the 12th. So the division NLDS winners should be determined around that time in that weekend, the 10th and 11th weekend in October. And so if the Dodgers also make it to the NLCS, I mean, that same fucking weekend, I am going to lose my goddamn mind. I will go apeshit. And that's really all there is to it. So here's to hoping, kids. Here's to hoping. I told you there's going to be a lot of fucking rambles and hoping. And then this is one of them. Really hoping the Dodgers and the Lakers can simultaneously reach the ultimate prize. Kind of similar to how they did in 1988, which was just spectacular. But here's to hoping, kids. Let's go Lakers. Let's go Lakers. But hey, in La La Land, we got a shitty neighbor in the Clippers. And the Clippers finally decided to fucking fire Doc Rivers. Why now? Like, why now? Why now? Steve Ballmer, did you just have this epiphany? Oh, this guy chokes? You just had this epiphany? Holy fuck. You're going to run it back with the same core without Doc Rivers? Who are you going to bring? Are you going to bring Kenny Atkinson? A decent head coach who's probably going to get flummoxed because of these fucking assholes in Kawhi Leonard and PG Slut? Oh, get the fuck out of here. This goddamn Clippers team is going to be a train wreck to watch next season. And yeah, I don't doubt that they're going to make it to the playoffs, but they're going to get ousted in the first or second round. Because you're never going to get to the fucking Western Conference Final. You know why I say that? Too, not just as a Lakers fan, but as a basketball fan who's been watching the entirety of this postseason and, hoping that all things, remaining the same can continue into the next season, I would tell you right now, the Western Conference Final looks like the Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks. 2021 Western Conference Final. Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks. Going to say that and stake that right now because that would be a spectacular series to watch. And my boy Luka would tear up that fucking Nuggets squad. No problem. With Kristaps Porzingis. And I can't fucking wait if that series ever happens. I will flip my fucking shit. But Lakers. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. But hey, in the National Hockey League, some boys did finally get it. And those boys are the Tampa Bay Lightning as they win the Stanley Cup. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. What a spectacular series that you put on for the Stanley Cup final. But not only that, Tampa Bay, not only that, you, within the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, were spectacular. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, the Columbus Blue Jackets series, instant classic. The battle against the Boston Bruins, beautiful battle. And you basically own them. And the classic match between the New York Islanders, where honestly, series says 5, but Islanders gave it a pretty damn good run. And that was a fantastic series. And in this series against the Dallas Stars, my God, Vasilevsky coming up clutch. I mean, Victor Hedman, Conn Smythe winner, obviously coming up clutch. Braden Point, just unbelievable point tally. Funny pun, but it's brilliant to see this Tampa Bay Lightning team win it. Now, again, I have been a very vocal criticizer of this Tampa Bay Lightning team. I've been criticizing John Cooper for, God, I don't know how many, like a good 2 years now. But second cup in franchise history, first one in 2004, and lifting this up after a gruesome 2-month grind where it's not like your normal playoffs. I mean, I would imagine this is a lot harder. You don't have the luxury of going back and forth to other cities, going out, maybe spending some time with the family. You are trapped in a bubble away from everybody except your teammates. So respect to the camaraderie, respect to the grind, respect to the discipline, man, because this shit has been incredible. Incredible. And you know what? The Dallas Stars might have lost. Their players look fucking dejected after the loss yesterday. But you know what? I can tell you this as a neutral fan. Thank you, Dallas Stars. You put up such a fucking brilliant effort all throughout this final too. I can't really shit on you. I can't. Now, I can't shit on the latter stages of the third period in Game 6 for the Dallas Stars, but they looked like they just fucking gave up. And I was just flabbergasted at the fucking power play unit for the Dallas Stars. But all to the credit of the Tampa Bay Lightning, they have been that good. And man, I gotta tell you, the best moment in this Tampa Bay Lightning win for me was watching Steven Stamkos, who's been injured for quite some time and who's only been on the ice for one game, 2 minutes and 47 seconds in Game 3, and getting a goal. He is in full gear with his teammates, and he is the first one to lift the cup. That was such a nice moment, and it feels good. Like I'm a big fucking stupid softie, and when I see nice shit like that, I'm like, oh, it makes me feel all good inside. But what a phenomenal series! What a tremendous event from the NHL, and you know what? Here's the thing too. Because NFL players, MLB players, local League of Chinese basketball players, they have all been testing positive for COVID. I mean, a lot of these guys, even in their respective bubbles inside the local League of Chinese basketball, they haven't been able to, maintain any sort of, discipline or structure within that sense, like the way the Edmonton and Toronto bubble did. So massive, massive, massive credit to these guys. Everybody involved in the production of these games and series too, because Dude, I can only imagine. I mean, you're working in this environment. You probably have to limit yourself with family. If you're working there as like a fucking, you know, light assistant or, on ice fucking cleaning people, shout out, man. Kudos and thank you. Thank you all for bringing up such a fantastic production. And hey, Dallas Stars, you gave us a hell of a series. And Tampa Bay Lightning, congratulations on a cup win. It's fantastic. And as a Vegas Golden Knights fan, I was actually reacting to this game in the Untitled Rant, episode number 277. And all I could feel was just this sense of jealousy for like 1.5 seconds. And then that just erases into hunger and optimism for the next season for the Vegas Golden Knights. So hopefully the Vegas Golden Knights can lift that cup up soon. That'd be fantastic. But who the hell knows? It might take forever. But hey, the Vegas Golden Knights are making some moves. They trade Brandon Peary for Dylan Sakura. And I apologize if I'm butchering that name, but a trade was made between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Chicago Blackhawks. And this young lad in Sakura, and I'm going to just call him Dylan. Dylan, is that cool? All right. So Dylan, 33 points in 45 AHL games, 3 points in 9 NHL games. And I could be mistaken on that because there was a typo in the article that I was reading. But Dylan seems like another minor leaguer that can be inserted into that third or fourth line. And hell, we need some level of depth at that point because sometimes Ryan Reeves can't fucking score. All he can do is just talk shit, not play. So this might be some Nicholas Roy, Patrick Brown level kind of shit, but you got to do what you can at this point, man. I mean, that depth forward can be a bit atrocious at times, but you can also say that about the fucking first and second line forwards for the Vegas Golden Knights, who have been atrocious in scoring. Power play is a joke, but that's the Vegas Golden Knights for you. It's the Vegas Golden Knights for you, but you have the New York Rangers making some moves, and they trade franchise veteran Mark Stahl and a 2021 second-round pick to the Detroit Red Wings for future considerations. This is a straight salary cap dump because obviously you're going to have the number one overall pick if you're the Rangers, and you're going to do some free agent shopping. Probably a big piece like Alex Pietrangelo or something like that, but very curious to see what we are going to get from the Rangers in the upcoming season, and the Red Wings, part 12 of the rebuild. We'll see how this goes for the next season. Red Wings, yay. Kind of a dick thing to say, but you want to hear a real dick thing to say within the world of fucking soccer, football, whatever word floats your boat. So the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup groups have been announced, and the tournament will kick off on July 10th, 2021, and the final will be played on August 1st, 2021. And let me ask you this. Does anyone actually give a shit? Do you really think the USA is going to play up to their fucking potential? And if it's not USA, Canada, Mexico, or Costa Rica in the final, who gives a shit, right? Just being honest, man. This Gold Cup, especially if you're a USA soccer fan, you shouldn't get excited about this shit. The competition is lackluster at best, and compared to everybody else in the world, the USA is shit, and you're not going to get any better by keeping your fucking head up your asses. But I could have told you that in the Federation like 4 fucking years ago, but they haven't really changed anything, so yay. Isn't that nice? But the nice thing right now, kids, is Arsenal Football Club. Despite how shit we are, despite the fact that we just lost to Liverpool, Arsenal's still 5th in the league. Now, to be fair, only 3 matches have been played. And your top 5 right now, Leicester City, Liverpool, Everton, and Aston Villa with the match in hand. Think about this, guys. Lionel Messi has won 0 cups in the year 2020. Emi Martinez, fellow Argentina, 2. Lionel Messi, 0. Emi Martinez, 2. By math, Emi Martinez is better than Lionel Messi. So that's why Aston Villa is in 4th place. Boom. Logic, bitch. But after that, it's just a cavalcade of interesting teams. But right now, you have Manchester City and Manchester United down on 13th and 14th with a match in hand. Because you have these matches in hand, not really safe to determine, optimism or cynicism of any fucking football clubs. So still a long season. Very curious to see how everything turns out, but transfer deadline day is going to make things extra spicy because of that. Now, certain clubs will have knee-jerk reactions. I'm pretty sure a club like Manchester United is going to go out and spend like 110 fucking million pounds for a Jadon Sancho because they're going to be fucking desperate for a winger. But, clubs like Arsenal, don't overreact. Don't go crazy and spend like 70 fucking mil that you don't have. But I would say look into, certain rotation players that you can put in, through domestic competitions, Europa League, and it's going to be very curious to keep an eye on that. And come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. And other things going on in the sports world right now. You got the French Open going on, but I'm not really tuned into that shit. Feds isn't really playing, and Medvedev, my second favorite right after Feds, number 4 in the world, has been ousted in the first round. So emotionally done. Bye-bye French Open. And boys and girls, tonight, we are going to have another episode number 279, Piggy Skin Picks, talking about all the games in week 2, and that will be tonight, episode number 279, so be on the lookout for that. But ultimately, kids, sports, all up in the face, feels so good, better than a facial, because that shit just ooze. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's like sodium and fucking zinc and a little bit of protein. Like a little bit of protein. That's what cum actually is, but look that shit up. Science. But on the next episode of the Sky Lounge, Piggy Skin Picks. So be on the lookout for that. All right, motherfuckers. I appreciate you dropping by this episode. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. And also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And without any further ado, until next time, kids. Fuck off. Just have to combine that shit because I fucked up so bad. Sometimes that's a life lesson. You fuck up, you just gotta roll with it.